Have you ever sat quietly, perhaps in your favorite chair by the window, watching the world go by, and wondered what really makes someone fall in love with another person? I don't mean the young, starry eyed kind of infatuation we see in movies, but real love, the kind that stays, the kind that comforts you when the world feels too fast and holds your hand even when the days get slow. At our age, we have seen and felt a lot. We have laughed, we have cried, we have lost, and we have loved. And yet, some questions still linger no matter how many birthdays we have celebrated. One of them is this: why do people truly fall in love with someone? You'd think after 6 or 7 decades of living, the answer would be simple. But love has its own way of surprising us, doesn't it? Now, whether you are someone who has already experienced deep love or someone who's hoping for a new beginning, this question matters because love, romantic, emotional, or even platonic, isn't just something reserved for the young. It's for you too. No matter your age, love can knock on your door again. And understanding why someone might fall for you, especially now, with all the wisdom and experience you carry, can be one of the most empowering realizations of your life. So, today, let's talk about something real, something that might shift how you see yourself and others. I want to share with you the 3 reasons people genuinely fall in love with someone. And no, it's not about looks, money, or charm. It's deeper than that. It's timeless. And it's likely that you already have these things within you, even if you have forgotten their power. Let's start with the first reason, and perhaps the most important one. People fall in love with how they feel when they are around you, not who you pretend to be, not the version you polish for the outside world, but how you make them feel about themselves. You see, we often think people love us for our stories, our kindness, our past, but really, what they love most is the version of themselves that comes alive when they are with us. Think about it. Have you ever met someone who made you feel lighter, like the weight of your thoughts suddenly lifted? Someone who made you laugh when your heart felt heavy? You didn't fall for them because they were perfect. You fell for how they made you feel. That's what real love does. It creates space for joy, ease, and comfort. It makes you feel seen. Now ask yourself, how do people feel when they are around you? Because at 60, 70, or even 80, you carry a certain presence that younger folks often lack. You have lived, you have learned patience, you have developed a sense of calm, a slower, more intentional way of listening, of responding. That kind of energy is magnetic. And when someone spends time with you and feels safe, heard, and respected, they start to connect. That's the beginning of love. Not sparks or butterflies, but connection, peace, presence. You might not even notice the effect you have, but trust me, people do. They feel it in the way you listen without interrupting, the way you laugh with your eyes, the way you remember small details they didn't think mattered. That's the first reason someone may quietly start to fall for you because you make them feel alive, safe, and better about who they are. And that brings us to the second reason people fall in love with you, they fall for your truth, not the edited version, not the one that's trying to impress, but the real, raw, unfiltered you. At this stage in life, you have something incredibly valuable: authenticity. You don't pretend, you don't play games, you say what you mean, and you mean what you say. That is so rare in a world full of pretending. It's not just about being honest, it's about being real. You have faced your fears, you have overcome losses, you have carried grief with grace, you have made mistakes, and you have grown. And when someone sees that, your strength, your softness, your scars, they don't pull away, they lean in. Because what's more attractive than someone who isn't afraid to be themselves? When you show up as you are, graying hair, soft wrinkles, a little more quiet, a little more thoughtful, there's something deeply comforting about it. People feel like they can finally exhale around you. They don't have to perform, they don't have to be perfect. And in a world that constantly demands perfection, being around someone who simply is can feel like coming home. So often, we underestimate the beauty of our own truth. We think, I'm too old, or who would be interested in me now? But the truth is, your very age is what makes you remarkable. It means you have lived through decades of change. You have loved and lost. You have gone through pain and joy. That depth, that soulfulness, that's not something you can fake. And it's certainly not something you can buy. It's something you have earned. And people recognize that, often without even realizing it. Now imagine someone meeting you, someone who's been looking for depth, for peace, for someone who's grounded. When they encounter your truth, your warmth, your calm wisdom, it touches something in them. That's love taking root, not because of a perfect smile or a clever joke, but because they see you, and in doing so, they start to feel seen themselves. And isn't that what love is? Not fireworks or drama, but the quiet understanding that you matter just as you are. Because love doesn't stop at feelings or truth. There's one more reason, just as powerful. And it's something we often overlook. People fall in love with your presence, the energy you carry, the quiet strength in how you show up, even when you don't say a word. At this stage in life, your presence speaks louder than any flashy words or grand gestures. It's the way you sit with someone in silence without it feeling awkward, the way you offer comfort without needing to fix anything, the way you very being says, I've been through storms and I'm still standing. That kind of presence is rare, and people feel it deeply. In a world that moves too fast and talks too much, your calmness is like a soft place to land. Maybe you have noticed someone's eyes light up when you walk into the room, or maybe they lean in when you speak, not because you're shouting to be heard, but because your words mean something. That's presence. And yes, people fall in love with that. It's not about trying to be the center of attention, it's about being centered within yourself. When you are comfortable in your own skin, when you carry peace, not drama, people feel safe with you. And from safely, love grows. Stronger that passion, stronger that charm. Real love grows in presence. You don't need to prove anything. You have already lived it. And that quiet confidence you carry, that's the thing that draws others in. It's not your job to chase love or earn it. It's already circling you. Because when someone feels good around you, sees your truth, and senses your grounding presence, that's when love quietly, deeply begins to bloom. Let's keep going because everything we have talked about leads to something beautiful that often goes unnoticed. You see, when someone falls in love with your presence, your truth, and the way you make them feel, it's not just about romance, it's about connection, the kind that makes life feel fuller, no matter your age. And here's what I want you to remember most: love at this stage isn't rushed. It's not about grand declarations or chasing after butterflies. It's slower, steadier, more sincere, and in many ways, it's more powerful than anything you have felt before. Because now, love is not about what you give or get, it's about who you are. You have grown into yourself. You have let go of so many masks. You have learned how to sit with silence, how to listen, how to forgive. All of those things are part of your story, and the right person or the right people will fall in love with that story, not in spite of it, but because of it. So, if you are ever doubted your worth, if you have ever wondered whether love still has a place in your life, let me gently remind you, it does. It always has. Because love isn't looking for perfection, it's looking for real. And you, just as you are, carry more than enough to be loved deeply, honestly, and fully. Whether it's a partner, a friend, a companion, or someone new who walks into your life unexpectedly, never underestimate the quiet power you hold, your kindness, your experiences, your way of making others feel calm and seen. These are not small things. These are the reasons someone will fall for you and stay. So be yourself fully, joyfully. Share your stories, laugh out loud, sit in the sunlight, and sip your tea slowly. Your life is still unfolding, and love can still find its way in. Don't close that door just yet. And if this resonated to you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Has love surprised you lately? Do you see yourself in any of these reasons? Let's talk and discuss. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. We have got so many more heart to heart conversations ahead. Until then, here's to living your most beautiful chapter yet with love, grace, and all the light you carry. You are not too late. You are right on time. See you in the next video.